Good morning, guys. Guys and girls. Whenever I say guys, it means boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Let's check out our Grayscale today. It's looking up. Especially Grayscale is looking decent today, even though my stocks are still down. I am seriously considering selling some of my Nvidia. I have about 140 shares, but the only reason is because I have that margin, and it's very little in margin that I had. However, as the markets go down, the account goes down, and the margin position it gets bigger. I have said don't ever use margin. Get it out of your system. Get it out of your head. It's just that I've been doing this a long time, and I feel comfortable with a little bit of margin. If the market is, everything is green, I would. Okay. Advice, don't. Okay. This is not financial advice, but I'm telling you, don't ever use margin. Don't ever rely on somebody else's money because when the rug is pulled, every 10 years the market does this. It the rug is pulled under you, and you go down with the rug, right? That's because they're holding you with margin calls. If you don't have margin, you can go a long time, like my mom did. That's what I learned about her account. This is a lesson that you've got to learn. And I've talked about this before in some of my other videos. About my mom's account and how she lost most of it. And however, the markets come back, even though, she got rid of most of her stocks because, we were told that, it's time to sell because the markets are going down and, everything's negative. It's like, it's the end of the world. And if you don't sell now, you'll never. You got to save what you have, and that is the totally wrong mentality. Let it ride. It's okay. 5 years from now, all this is forgotten. Any market crash after a couple of years, it's all forgotten. But people say, remember that crash back about 20 years ago, back in 2008 or whatever, 1997, I think it was, or something like that. We had another one. The new people, I hate to say this, but like Kamir, Ethan made a video last night. About midnight, I saw the video up that Kamir has closed his account. And I have talked about those high yield stuff. Hard-headed people, and I don't wish bad on anybody because he had a lot of followers. And all those people are suffering. Probably a lot of them had a lot of margin, and they might have had margin calls. Most likely, people get greedy when you have access to capital. People get greedy, and it's okay. Some greed is okay, but they want to put it all. Let it ride all. In my case, it's like sometimes I take the chance because you have to once in a while in order to make a big jump. But at the same time, you're oh my God, what am I going to do now? Don't ever get yourself in a position like that with margin. And I think that's what happened with Kamir and those high yield, stuff it's just scams. And Paisano out there, come on, I told you, get out of that stuff. And he knows. He says in one of his videos, Tesla saved my life, or Tesla changed my life. It was. He says he's addicted to it. He's addicted to that $20,000 a week, but he doesn't see it going out the door. People talk about an air erosion, but he doesn't see how they're able to give you back your own money. And his account hasn't really moved from that $1,000,005 that he had. And Kamir's also didn't change much, but when you get those margin calls and what's the use? And then you get a letter in the mail from the IRS saying, hey, you haven't filed your taxes and you've got a substantial amount of trades, can you make your taxes so we can, get even or whatever, right? They never talk about taxes, and you can't hide this stuff. This is reported to the IRS, the markets and all that. Okay, getting off the subject. Sorry, going back into Grayscale. Let's see. But I don't wish bad on anyone. But I've given my I don't want to say advice, but I've sounded the horn before on high yields, and hopefully some of you guys got out of them in this channel. I did. I got into them for a little while, and then it's like, no, it's not working out. Even though you're getting beautiful returns, it's like 100% return on your investment in 1 year. Well, you can put it in some, NVIDIA, where you can, most likely you're going to double your money. Don't put it in MTR because that's Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is probably going to go down after another year or so, maybe, but although long term it might be something good. I don't know. Let's look at our Grayscale stuff. Some of the look like BCHG is up 10 cents. Zcash 1.72. GXLM it's up 3%. I think LTCN was up a little while ago too. It's only down 6 cents. Let's look at this is Grayscale products. Mostly they're up. People probably see the people are beginning to see, hey, market went down. It's like this is buying opportunity, or at least dollar cost average opportunity. AI stocks. Let's check them out. They're all down. They're following the market. Excuse me, I got a little frog in my throat, or a throat in my frog. I don't know. So, I was contemplating on selling some of my NVIDIA. It's still up 15% since a year and a half ago. And I do have this margin here, which is getting a little too close to, to my account value. The market value is 34,000, but I still have ways to go. I could sell some of it just in case we get a continual of this downtrend. I might pull the plug. Not sure. We have to see. It's very volatile right now. Wow, look at this. From $5.50 to $6, so it's very, very volatile. This is the time that you don't want to sell this stuff. Then again, if I sell it, I'll kind of save my butt a little bit, and get out of the margin. I can always buy it back, dollar cost averaging, back into the market, before the market takes everything from me. I was really hoping that today we would get a comeback in the markets. Let's look at the indices. Dow Jones, $1,000 down. Let's look at a day activity. Let's check this out real quick. Now, this was about Grayscale, but Grayscale crypto and the markets a little bit. It's all kind of like interconnected right now. That's what happened in the last couple days, basically. Let me change this to 1 day, and let's go 3 days. Yeah, we had a big drop here on the Dow Jones, and another big drop here. And what can I say? Where is it going? When margin calls start coming in, usually the stock market goes down a lot. About a day or 2 days after, 3 days. It hasn't gone down as much as like a real crash. Let's go through 3 months. It's over here. It was at this level, 42,000. Right now it's 39,000. Not that good, but it's not like a major crash. Then again, it could be a major crash developing. Who's to say? But for no reason really, other than the tariffs. I'm gonna have a little word about the tariffs a little later on, but um, what can I say? Pretty good as far as Grayscale is concerned. It's they're there. They're not crashing. They're not. I mean, they're not going any lower. Did we see crypto? No, we didn't see our crypto yet. Market cap. Um, well, we're almost at 83,000 on Bitcoin. It went down to I think 80,000 yesterday. It's risen overnight a little bit, 1% in the last 24 hours. Uh, Looking at these other ones, Doge is up 5-6%. I'm going to make a commentary about this in news about the tariffs and the Chinese and all that. But in the last 24 hours, it's kind of come back. Stellar come back 2.3, Litecoin 2.5, and Bitcoin Cash 1.59. Not too bad. Not too bad actually. Yeah. So let's see something else. Okay, in the last hour, they were kind of all green. About 5 in the morning. I don't know. I can't sleep sometimes, and I start looking at at this. For now, later on, when things get better, once we hit that our grayscale stuff and our crypto goes up like crazy, I'm really gonna take a vacation, guys, because I haven't had one in. I've never really had a vacation in my lifetime. The closest I've had is like going to the next state in a little village and spending 2 nights there and over a weekend. Nothing to see there. You enjoy the local people and the little restaurants and stuff like that. The different getting out of the big city, right? I'm gonna deserve, and we're probably gonna have a nice party after all this is over with. But yeah, hang on in there, guys, and I'm gonna make another couple of videos today, and have a good day.